Good morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Um, I don't. I found a nice little hidden gem among isekai animes. Um, and there's gonna be some spoilers. So anyone who hasn't seen, um, I believe it's called Death March to a Parallel World. Let's see. Yes, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Um, it's only got like 12 episodes, 12, 13. Um, and the story seemed somewhat interesting to me, so I decided to watch it yesterday while I was eating. And ended up really liking the story. There were a few little annoyances here and there, um, especially with spells, the way that they do the spells and the way that they do how this first demon that you run into talks. Um, it was just, I kind of get what they were going for there, um, at least from my perspective. But the first few episodes, having to deal with so much of that at one time, gave me a headache. Um, the anime itself is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Um, it was a cute little hidden gem. I did not think I would like it. I didn't think I'd like Overlord either, but that turned out to be one of my all-time favorites. Overlord, Skeletal Knight in Another World, Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody. They have all these really cool, well, they have these few really cool isekai animes that are just like, oh my god, it's like, I love you. Why isn't there more episodes of you? Why isn't there more seasons out already? What the hell is going on? Um, type animes out there. There's not many of them, okay? There are few, select few. hidden gems within all of that mess. Um, but the mangas that I read, there's a shit ton, and I mean like a shit ton. Um, Am I Invincible? That one is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Um, then there's Tales of Demons and Gods. They did make a computer generated anime out of that, and it was crap. Um, if you're not going to follow the manga, don't even fucking try. Because I went to watch it and was pissed already. Just from the very first episode, I was pissed. Um, I understand that they're trying to get the computer generated animes to be as realistic, I guess is what they're going for, as possible. But the way that the characters move, the way that they fight, um, just the way the whole thing looks in general is just not to my taste. I much prefer animes like, to name a few, um, One Piece, One Piece, Parallel World Pharmacy, uh, Saintus' Powers Omnipotent, Overlord, Naruto, Bleach. Um, there's like a shit ton. Okay, Ghost in the Shell was fantastic as well. And some of these, like Skeletal Knight in Another World, and a few others, from Commonplace to World's Strongest, um, they have a few obvious computer generated parts to, I don't know why they do it, but it it's not terrible when it's just briefly done. Um, Sailor Moon Crystal, however, made it too fucking obvious. Every transformation had the computer generated transformations, and it looked like crap. Um, I had to skip all transformation scenes because it was just like, ew, I can't watch it. I couldn't watch the beginning videos either. Just it was a huge no for me. Oh, One Punch Man also has very great animations. Did have very great animations. Um, a lot of people tend to like season two, the way it's animated and everything. I did not like the slight changes that they did. Couldn't do it. It did not look right to me. But like I'm saying, every now and then you'll get these like 3D computer generated scenes here and there. And it's okay when they do that. Some do not pull it off that well. Um, Especially when it's all computer generated. Tales of Demons and Gods, the manga, is a fucking dream. I absolutely love it. I love the dialogue. I love the little details. and I love the way it looks. Now, when they did the computer generated, it was just, I wanted to take my computer and check it out the fucking window. Okay, it wasn't much like the manga. Um, they changed a few things here and there, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them switching some things up. I understand that you're trying to fit as much of it as possible into one episode and crap like that, but Tales of Demons and Gods is much like, oh, I don't even know how to go about saying that the right way without offending somebody. So I'm just going to leave that be. To me, it is one of the absolute best mangas ever. I have reread it 100 times already. And I'm going to go back and read it again because it's been a while. But you really should check it out if you haven't already because they throw little cameos in there. Um, Sometimes One Punch Man appears, Dragon Ball. They've got weird little characters that just fly through the back. If you're paying close enough attention, you can basically just like, oh, there's Waldo. Um, so I absolutely love it. However, the computer generated animation, no. Like I've noticed that in quite a few mangas, the some of the background characters will be characters from other animes, like they're trying to break a fourth wall or something. Um, Not that. Excuse me. Brain went somewhere else. It's like they're trying to put them in the same universe type deal. Um, and not all of them do that. A lot of them do, but not all of them. Um, if you're reading ones um, with a bunch of nobles and things like that, they tend to reuse um, the characters, the background characters. I've seen it 1,000 times in 1,000 different manga, and it drives me nuts. Sometimes they won't even bother changing the colors of those characters, so you know right away that it's the same fucking character. I have one of these in forever. Um, but anyway, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody was fantastic. It it was beautifully done. We got to know our main character a little bit about what he does, what his life was like, and gets thrown into another world. They could have done a lot more with the story. It's not horrible. It's not it's not like broken or anything like that. The story is very fucking clear as to what's going on. Um, Beautifully animated. Fight scenes are fantastic. Our main character doesn't have to use spells. I don't know why he keeps insisting that he does. From what I've seen so far, he's never once used a spell but can use magic. But for some reason they're just not having that happen. He literally creates spells and then has someone else perform the spell. And it's just like, really? So you can make spells. You can use magic. He uses like fire magic that I've seen several times. And he's never once used a spell to do so, even though you have to use a spell to use magic, apparently. So I don't know what's up with that. Um, like most animes that have a male protagonist, he's got a fucking harem of girls. Um, this one, on the other hand, the girl Xena, whatever her fucking name is, I hate her as much as I hate Kagome. Um, he doesn't seem to like her like that, but she obviously does like him like that. But every time she catches him around another girl or anything of the sort, she gets super jealous and acts like my boyfriend's cheating on me type deal. And it's like, bitch, you're not even fucking dating. What the hell are you talking about? Like, what acid did you take? Because that's one fucked up trip. Um, like she gets super annoying. I don't like her at all. There are a lot of characters that I tend to not like. Um, they usually tend to redeem themselves later. Um, Kagome is an absolute hate. I absolutely hate her character. Shia from Commonplace to World's Strongest, also super annoying. Um, her and Tia both are just annoyances to me. Especially the what was her name? I can't remember her name. The black-haired girl that ends up joining Nagamo's team later. Um, black-haired girl. I can't remember her fucking name. But apparently, one of his classmates tried to kill him over her because he likes her, but he's jealous because she likes him, and he and Nagamo himself is oblivious, obviously. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna get into how stupid those people are. Just not. There's a lot of idiotic things when it comes to anime or mangas. Villains aren't really villains. Which just drives me crazy that everyone calls them villains, and they're only called villains because they're not the typical I don't give a fuck about anything type persons. It's because they cared about something so much that when it was taken from them, they broke. To me, that's not a villain. Um, let's see. I stopped watching Bleach after Ichigo lost his powers. Not the very first time. Um, it was after he beat Aizen. When he lost his powers, then I was pissed. Everyone will probably go, well, he gets them back somewhat later. That's not the problem for me. The problem for me is that he lost them in the first place. I've talked about this once before, but when he loses his power, supposed power, the first time, um, and Urahara saves him, well, gives him his power back, supposedly. Um, Urahara says, loud and fucking clear, no one can take your power away from you. It is literally a part of your soul. Meaning, Ichigo never lost his fucking powers. You can't lose your powers. It- the fight between Ichigo and Aizen was practically useless. There was no reason for Ichigo to go full out and risk losing his power in the first place if right after he starts kicking Aizen's ass like super bad, like just OP, Urahara takes over and the fight's over, and Ichigo didn't get to enjoy kicking his ass very much. To me, that was, well, shit. Um, it did not, it was not worth it, as far as I'm concerned. And then they sit there and claim that he lost his powers and all this other shit. It's just like, okay, now the story is contradicting itself. You said there was no way for someone to lose their powers because it's a part of their soul. Their soul literally has that power. Um, but ooh, he he loses his powers. Not only that, they say that each and every Zanpakuto is unique. So how did Kurosaki's dad know about Ichigo's powers, the powers that his sword had, that Zangetsu had? How does it seem like everybody knows what everybody's sword does? And why does it seem like everybody knows about every other person's sword on how it looks and all this other crap? They ruined themselves. They're either unique or they're just passed down. Make up your fucking mind. That's what I want to fucking know. Not only that, it seems like Ichigo's dad has the same sword as his son. You never get to hear him say the name, at least not that I'm aware of, because I stopped watching it. But he seemed to know way too much about Zangetsu. I didn't like that they killed off my boy. That ticks me off. I mean, I understand why they had to. Not really. I don't understand at all. But I saw no point in needing to kill him. It didn't seem like it was absolutely necessary. And once Ichigo is finished in a place, him and his friends are finished in a place, it seems like you never go there again. Or you never hear from those specific people again. Um, which just really pisses me off. There's just a lot of shit that pisses me off. Anyway, if you do get the chance or you find yourself kind of bored of watching what you usually watch and are interested in watching a new anime, um, go and check out Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. It is really good. Um, I'm going to go back to reading. I am going to try to upload more. Um, Especially once October is over, I'm going to try to do that a lot more. I've been having difficulties with anxiety and self esteem. And both of those together just gives me hell. So I fight to keep doing what I normally do on a daily basis. And every now and then it's not as bad as usual. So I get like this little Leo moment to where I can sit here and do a video and be perfectly fine with that. And then other times it's like I can't look at myself. I'm fucking disgusting. Um, or it's just like, oh my god, what if people actually watch this? What if someone actually sees me? Type deal. It's after every video that I upload, uh, I go outside and smoke because to I have to calm myself down. Um, Anxiety attack will turn into a panic attack, which usually turns into me completely passing out. And I mean literal passing out. My body will be like, no, we don't want this, shut everything down. And I'll flop to the ground like a dead fish. Um, just on top of all of that, um, I hurt myself a lot. Not self harm, okay? Not like that. But I dislocated my wrist a while back. This one, just from sneezing. Okay. And it's not like a really loud, obnoxious sneeze. But I was moving my hands up to cover my mouth, and my head jerked down, and my hands flung out, and I hit the back of my wrist on the corner of a wall as hard as fucking possible. I couldn't feel it for 3 weeks. I still have some trouble. There's still some tingling left over that kind of just radiates all the way down to my elbow from the middle of my hand. Um, it's not unbearable, at least not to me. Um, it is a little inconvenient because every now and then my hand won't move. Like it would get frozen like this or whatever other way I had it. Like it just kind of like seizes up. Um, I tend to hide all of that from the people around me. Um, I don't like people knowing that I'm having issues with certain things. Uh, I'm a fucking adult. I should be able to take care of it myself, is how I usually go about things. Um, doesn't always work out that way. Anyway, after October, I'm going to try to upload more often. Um, try. I'm going to try. I don't make any promises because Lord knows I'll probably get into one of my moods again and just be curled up in the bed and wondering why the world hates my guts. But anyway, keep keep your thoughts and prayers open for those in South Florida that got hit by Hurricane Ian, those in South Carolina, and that took a bit of damage as well. Uh, a lot of people lost their homes. The last time I checked, 79 people had lost their lives. There's When you see it in person, it's devastating. I joined a volunteer group and went to go and help out as much as possible. A lot of people trapped, a lot of animals stranded, um, boats in places where they don't belong, cars in places where they don't belong, houses destroyed, docks destroyed, so much damage. Fort Myers is practically flattened at this point. Um, I cried. About to cry again. Damn it. Um, anyway, keep your thoughts and prayers out for them. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here before I actually start crying. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I will try to upload again as soon as possible. After I will try to do more often after October. Um, but I'll see you guys then. Bye.